Peneplain is an undulating surface of low relief interspersed with occasional residual hill known as monad rocks and claimed to have been formed by the widening of flat plains and the wearing down of interslope by subaerial denudation. It is an almost featureless plain which characterizes the final stage of a fluvial cycle conceived by W. M. Davis. Davis was not the originator of the idea of peneplains. He only gave it a name and a clear definition. The concept itself came from the pioneer work of Powell, West and Dutton. Peneplain is not a plain or flat surface, but it is a lowland of parent relief where the rivers flow on an extremely gentle slope valleys in broad gentle swells. The slope is determined by the main rivers, and these rivers have the minimum necessary slope to transport the debris. Peneplains may be identified on the basis of following characteristics: form of peneplain, the predominance of low-lying surface, and the presence of monotonous isolated hills, and are the main characteristics of a peneplain. This, however, is not of much help since the peneplain. This, however, is not of much help since the peneplain is rarely, if ever, found on the regional level of the formation. Nature of deposition. As a rule, there should be a deep cover of weathered debris and soil. Generally, the debris cover is so light that it is not of much help in identification. Drainage pattern. The drainage pattern is well adjusted to the regional structure of the underlying rocks in a peneplain. This is an important characteristic which helps in the identification. Accordance of summit levels, where over an extensive area, a well-adapted drainage pattern is found. Together with accordance in summit levels, it is highly probable that the surface presents a remnant of a peneplain, a remnants of former alluvium. The finding of patches of alluvium on upland tracts will however strengthen the care for the existence of a peneplain. It is difficult to cite good examples of extensive present-day peneplains at the present base level of erosion. It seems improbable for a land surface to remain standstill for such a long time so that an extensive peneplain could develop on it. Examples of peneplain have been cited in Russia, rural southern Finland, central western Missouri, Chotnagpur Plateau, etc. So thank you.